Let's go. 52 blue. Ready. Let's go now. Ready. Go. Ready. Hut, hut. Come on. Set. Hut, hut. Here we go. Set. Hut. Here we go. Set. Go. Set. Hut. Hut. Ready. Set. Set. Ready. Set. Hut. Set. Ready. Set. Down. Set. Here we go. Ready. Let's go. Ready. Let's go now. Ready. Go. Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Come on, set. Yellow, 22. Set, huh? Here we go, set. Red, 38, ready. Ready. 60 red. Set. Set, ready. 10 black. Ready. Set. 50 green. Set, hut. 33 yellow. Set. Let's go now. Black, 90, hut, hut. Down. Blue, 32, hut. Here we go. Red, 38, set, hut. Here we go, here we go. Yellow, 40, ready. Come on, set. 60 red. Ready. Ready, ready. 45. What? Ready. Here we go. Set. 50 green. Set. Ready. 10 black. Ready. Set. Hut. Yellow. 20. Hut. Set. Black 40. Ready.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL, once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the KC sideline, a familiar face, Andy Reid. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. We just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. This guy, he is hard to corral. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Set, punt. Red, 38. Claws, 10. Needle, blue. Set, punt.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench. They don't helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
First down, Chiefs.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Yep, my side.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get the... for the rest of the game.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here we go. Ken Black.
2nd and 2. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the reinforcements come in as Raiders are going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Oh, good move. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for KC. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. And he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. We'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just short of midfield.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Okay, ready? Set, ready. Black 40.
Back to throw again. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready, ready.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah.
Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime
Our spin
report.
around the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on Tampa Bay. And this is Emeka Ibuka. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Buccaneers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills as they play host to the New England Patriots. And this is Josh Palmer. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Bills wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Ready, hut.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Set, hut. 33, hut.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
4 yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They're going to look to throw. Right side to Watson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Let's go. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Here we ready?
They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Yellow.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. There's Charbonnet once again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, their opening in the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. Down the left sideline. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
Christian McCaffrey with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Falcons have retaken a third-quarter lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Charbonnet. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice pick.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Falcons! Christian Watson, 66 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Shifts by him. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's second down and 3. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Fisher. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Third and inches.
Now it's Mahomes again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Well, from the gun, it's a handoff to Charbonnet. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to change things up. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fisher. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
It's now 2nd and 6.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Yellow, 43. Drill, 52. Ready.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds Mahomes been able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Down. Blue 32. Hut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Let's go. Ready?
On second down, they'll run it here. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
10 black. Hut.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Here's second down and 3. Here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3 yards to go.
Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
City Chiefs, first down. It's a gain of 10. And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes will throw. That one caught by Rice. And he's going to get this inside the 30. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Mahomes to throw it. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Falcons, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
A new rookie class has joined the team. There are a lot of hopes for this group, and one player was drafted to make an immediate impact in the lineup.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Set. Set. 50, green. Ready. Set, hut. 60, red. Down. Blue 32. Come on, set. 52 blue. Set. Go. Ready. Yellow 40. Hut. Set. Ready. 45. One. Hut. Ready, ready. 10 black. Ready, ready. Here we go. Black 40. Set, go. Let's go. Yellow 20. Ready. Set. Red 38. Hut, hut. Down. 50 green. Set, hut. Come on, set. Blue 32. Hut. Here we go, set. Black 90. Ready. Set, hut. 45. One, hut. Ready. 33. Yellow, hut, hut.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. They're on the Falcons sideline. That is head coach Raheem Morris. These guys enjoyed a win at home to begin the season, now facing their first road test here. Along the opposing sideline, head coach of the Lions, Dan Campbell. His side not as fortunate in their opener, hoping the home crowd can will them to the victory here in Week 2. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And we're off and running from Ford Field. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And even if He's still pretty early in his career. We know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Set, ready. 10 flat. Set.
Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Ready. Yellow, 20, set.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Georgia, I love that.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Ready.
They stick with McCaffrey. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Ready.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. And cut to the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Kate, you know this. All those amazing essays you wrote at Cal, that start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's fourth
The
down.
Lions readying for the punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Starts his return from the 23. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black swap. Black. Hut, hut.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
The 50-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw here. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A pickup of 17. And that's a Falcon first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here we go. Here we set.
Working now from the gun. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive block. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
Come on. Set. Set. Go.
Dropping back to throw. Complete left side to Thomas. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
If you want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ready?
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Ready, set.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Ready, blue striker. Yellow, 22, black shot. Hut.
Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Falcons first down. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on Q1. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We're back to Ford Field right after this.
Okay, ready?
Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score.
Let's go. Blue, 32. Hut, hut.
McCaffrey has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Ready?
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons take a 13-0 lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. And he's off the mark. No good. Some troubles for the rookie early here as he misses on the extra point. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. They trail 13-0 here as they go in search of their opening score. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's gone. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The 3rd down throw falls incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. The Falcons are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
10 black. 5, 6.
They go play action on 1st down. He rolls to his right. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Ready?
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pass play on 1st and 10. This one will be intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. To get the return right up to about the midfield stripe before he goes out of bounds.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. Escapes the defender. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll work against the blitz. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Giving them an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good for a Detroit first down. One of the tight ends motions right. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Stick around. More from Ford Field on its way. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing is gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go.
Goff on 3rd. Has it in close. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And backed up this deep in their own territory, probably content to just take that lead into the locker room.
Check right. Ready?
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to pay off his first down run with a nice pickup of 9. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
Here we go. Here we go. 33. Yellow.
They're throwing it. Throw left side to Watson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be in second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down from the 42.
First down.
45. White. Check, huh?
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
So first down from the 41. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Following the sack, they need a big chunk of yards here, Brock. It is second down and very long. Back to throw now. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Third and long for him here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll make it a two-score game.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a two-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the 49ers. And this is the running back. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown.
Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another one for Gibbs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
What's that? White 20.
No throw, third and long. That's complete to Sloan. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now gone. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
Punting unit out now. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through. It's for a touchback. The Falcons and Brian Thomas Jr. readying for another drive on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Let's go. Ready?
Trying to throw this from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Come on, set, clock. Ready.
Right up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Black, 95. Cut.
Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's going deep this time. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons push their lead further to start the half.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
On the ready.
Raheem Morris keeping his offense out there. They're going for 2.
Ready.
The Falcons will line up for the
33,
2-point
yellow.
conversion.
Hut.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Catches it at the 1. And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Play action here with Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on 1st down. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled there by James Pierce.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. So 1st down from the 41.
We go tonight.
Back to the air now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. Hits him on the out route. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Got 180.
Desperation time here. He connects downfield. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Looking inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're left with third and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game.
Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's fourth and goal. They'll go for it. Goff. And he won't come through on fourth and goal. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
It's a turnover on
You know, Kate,
downs.
I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Coach Raheem Morris sending his Falcons offense back to the field. Going now on first down. And that last impressive touchdown drive, we'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. So they let first down stand since it worked out well for them. The penalty declined. That brings up second and 10.
That penalty is declined.
They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Down. Ready?
McCaffrey running between the tackles. They call it one, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still third down.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now.
Ready. 30 seconds.
To the air on third and long. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing them.
Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Gibbs now from the gun. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down.
13 yards on the play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the shotgun. Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Looking to throw. Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Lions first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Going again, it's Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Set.
Again, Goff. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Gibbs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 3 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Down. 33, yellow.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Ready?
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95. Cut.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Yellow, 10.
No throw, 3rd and long. On him quick, and they bring it down. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
First down throw from Goff. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing the out route complete. And he gets out of bounds, but that's where the positives stop. Minimal gain, and now it's 4th down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. It's on target to Williams. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Lions.
And with 11 seconds remaining, they get it spiked. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing is gone. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That is Caleb Ransom. And the Falcons make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.